Greetings and welcome, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. This broadcast is about leaving Neverland. You know, the director calls Dave Chappelle's jokes about Michael Jackson's accusers revolting. That's right. The director, his name is Dan Reed, who won an Emmy Saturday night for leaving Neverland, said he was physically sick when he heard Dave Chappelle's jokes about not believing Michael Jackson's accusers. Quote, "You can make comedy out of so many things. Why not do something brave instead of crapping on a victim of child rape?" Unquote, Reed said backstage Saturday after his Emmy win for documentary or non-fiction special at the Creative Arts Emmys. Reed, who usually makes films about war, said he was trying to move away from such dark subject matter when he sat down to interview Wade Robeson and James Safechuck, two men who say Jackson molested them when they were boys. Reed shared their stories in his HBO documentary. Reed said Chappelle's jokes in the new Netflix special Sticks and Stones, which included Chappelle saying he didn't believe the accusers, just like about 95% of the rest of the world's people, were, quote, completely revolting, unquote. He added that he understood that Chappelle seemed to be striking back at cancel culture and was, quote, riding a wave of being contrarian, unquote. But he noted that leaving Neverland never called on anyone to stop listening to Jackson's music. The pop icon denied any child molestation throughout his life. So I was just reading the actual words from this article, but I gotta tell you, not many people believed these two degenerates who claim that they were molested by Michael Jackson. The FBI did extensive investigating on Michael Jackson. We all know this. And yet, these white people still keep coming out of the woodworks. And because we live in a white supremacist system that allows these people to get away with just saying words, and then the authorities go full-fledged in the direction like a horde of just dumb sheep. It's just ridiculous. And especially if these charges are made by white people against a black person. It's because we live in a racist society. We live under a racist, evil, cruel system that does not see equality for all, and that is definitely prejudiced against black people. When we see this, we have to listen to people like Dan Reed with their privilege, as they're quoted backstage saying things negatively about our great artists, namely Dave Chappelle, who was speaking the truth, his truth. And whether you see it as comedy or not, because comedy, there's a lot of truth within comedy. It's just done in a manner to get one to laugh about how stupid and ignorant these issues are. But when we have to deal with white privilege from people like Dan Reed, who befriended Michael Jackson, it's unfortunate that we had the greatest entertainer in the world who walked this earth with us, that we did not value him while he was alive. That you have a white person who befriends a black man who is considered the greatest entertainer in the world. He befriends him, and then he sticks a knife in his back and he twists and turns it as he interviews people he calls victims, namely Wade Robeson and James Safechuck. He wants to believe their story when no one else does. And then he has the nerve, after winning an Emmy for this garbage of a documentary, if that's what you want to call it, he has the nerve to say that he's revolted. I'm revolted by your win of an Emmy for this trash, for this garbage, this litter, this filth and disgust. Yes, I'm speaking up for the dead right now, for Michael Jackson, because he's always maintained his innocence. And the fact that you could never even get anyone else to even show any sign of guilt towards Michael Jackson, they're still trying. And they're so disgusting with it. This is the evil system that we live under. Last but not least, why do I have this ridiculous looking picture in front of your face right now of RuPaul on the left and Beyonce on the right? Because the news media had to make a mockery and make a point of pointing out the fact that, quote, Beyonce was shunned at the Emmys. Well, Beyonce is not going to win every award. We know that. This wasn't her time. Yes, she was up for the movie Homecoming. And the fact that Leaving Neverland, this trash, this garbage, beat her out, the news media had to make a point of showing that. And so, yes, we see Beyonce, and then we read the headlines that, oh, she's been snubbed at the Emmys. No one cares. Your garbage trinkets of these awards that you hand out, you guys are so disgusting with it. You're a racist system. You're an evil system. You award yourselves with this garbage that really amounts to nothing in the end. So take it and shove it. But I just wanted to bring out these points in this video because, well, after seeing that Leaving Neverland won an Emmy, again, it's garbage, it's trash. And then Dan Reed has the gall to say that Dave Chappelle's jokes were completely revolting and that he was physically sick. Well, I'm physically sick of white supremacy. I'm physically sick and tired of being physically sick and tired. This is the new black media. Peace out.